Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Sagittarius Tarot and another connection reading. Let us see what is the energy all about when it comes to that. So, first card I'm going to be pulling, we'll be talking about you, my dear Sagittarius. Okay, so you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Knight of Wands in reverse mainly talks about a little bit of like inaction, like slow movements or some sort of like obstacles or feeling a little bit stuck in your place. And so maybe you're going through right now a little pause, a little break, and maybe things are not going as fast as you like them to go or as fast as you hope them to. Maybe you're growing impatient. Yeah, let's see what this is all about. Let's see the energy that you want to connect with, that you're craving. And it's the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Knight of Cups in reverse, for me, talks about an energy that is like loving, but is very subtle. So maybe the opportunities that are presenting themselves at the time are not coming, all flashy or in big packages, or maybe they're like very small, or they might go unnoticed, or they are blessing nonetheless, but maybe this is why like you're just feeling like you're frustrated with the pace of things, because in a normal setup or more saggy setup, you like to be more in the Knight of Wands energy, where you're like galloping into new adventures, like and moving and bringing going out and doing all these adventures and things. And the ultimate where like the Knight of Cups would be like all these opportunities that come really grand, these outings that make you really feel fulfilled emotionally, like big parties, big outings, big trips, big everything. But look, when they're both upright, they both go in separate directions. The thing is, and this is what's really cute about this, is that as much as you feel that you are in a pause or stuck, but you're not. These opportunities are slowly but steadily getting closer and closer to you. And your inaction is not actually, or like your lack of movement, I'm gonna say, is not actually something that is negative, that is taking you away from the opportunity. On the contrary, you sticking in the same place, you not doing particularly anything, is actually working in your favor. And these things are slowly, getting closer to manifest. And there's a reason why they're not screaming big, grand emotional gestures or fulfillment. And it is because maybe that will spook you and that will turn you, away into saggy galloping mode. And so there's a reason why things seem very quiet. It's as if the universe is trying to connect you with an energy that is slowly but surely getting closer and closer in order for that big moment to happen. So I like it. This means a lot of things are brewing in the background, a lot of opportunities or things or steps that maybe you don't know, or unseen, unheard of, like they're actually in the making. You're not gonna figure it out until they manage to happen, and then you have the whole tale of how everything unfolded. And so things are going in your way. You are attracting this very, very, very slowly. It's like this is the moment where you need to just be more still, and which you are, and you're just more manifesting when it comes to the mind, right? This is talking about the power of the mind, like you attracting opportunities, you're attracting advantage, you're attracting emotionally fulfilling encounters. You're attracting all that without budging, without moving. It is that part of the manifestation process. Very nice. Now let's see the energy from all that. And so it's the Tower in reverse. Makes total sense in this case, because this is really, like I said, this is talking about small things happening that are making that, like something of yours that you had lost hope for, that you thought was gone for good, that you thought is no longer going to give you a result, that you discarded to the side, that you threw in the trash bin, that you put it in an old drawer, that you took it upstairs like in the closet, that you stopped looking at your emails, that you stopped logging in to check it out, that you stopped putting work into it. This thing, thanks to all that, it is slowly like getting deeper and deeper and deeper and more solid and more rooted without you even noticing. This is very good. I like it. Now let's see. Yeah, this is the past card. And this is talking about, you learned from the past, like when to no longer take shortcuts, when to not rush the process, and when to just be and let things be. Not saying like you're mastering it 100%, but if you look, let's say, back at other previous years or previous times where you were going through something similar, this was not your reaction. You were a lot more, going with the flow now, trusting the process now, as much as sometimes it just frustrates you because you want to be up on your horse, galloping, like through new adventures. But you learn that it's not always a good idea to take shortcuts, or sometimes it is nice to enjoy the scenic route, or sometimes it is nice to just let things be. And sometimes you also learn that sometimes time will play a role in righting wrongs, or making sure things go as good as they should. Okay. And so this is the future, and this is the Six of Cups upright. And what I was telling you about this, something that you thought was no good or to be discarded, or like that you thought it was weak, whatever, it was getting stronger. And like my finger on the pulse here like was correct, like because you get the Six of Cups here that talks about the past. So this is something like that's already established in your life. This is a connection that's already established in your life. This is something, an energy that is already present in your life that is going to make a comeback, and a strong one, for that matter. But it's going to really creep in slowly, right? It's not going to happen like that. It's not going to happen like that at all. Very nice. I love this reading so far. Also, now that I'm looking at it from a wholesome view, this also feel like maybe this is talking about like your need for adventure is butting heads with your need for emotional fulfillment, as if like you're really you're really like just test driving these two sometimes opposing energies and weighing them out against each other, which will lead to an internal tower moment or an internal clarifying moment, or some like a moment where an old belief is going to, you know, be thrown to the side, and you're gonna adopt like a new belief, and you're gonna experience this paradigm shift where your internal tower is destroyed in order for you to build a new tower. And maybe that new tower, with that new tower, like these two won't butt heads. They will feel like they can bleed each other, like emotional fulfillment, or relationships and emotions, and adventure and thrill and passion, like they complete each other. And this can also be talking about healing something from the past. Maybe someone from your past, a connection and energy, or something that maybe in the past looked deceptive. Maybe you didn't have all the information regarding that, and there's going to be like closure or reconciliation or something like that. And with the tower moment in reverse, you're going to discover that you didn't have all the information back then, and now you're gonna have another look at things and be this is re-understanding the past, hence healing, and seeing it in a new light with like new information. And all of this is possible because you're you're not going from one adventure to another. You're like still energetically, and also emotionally, you're like taking things very slow and very subtle and very simple. And so this is allowing you to uncover this whole process. We're clarifying. This is the Ace of Swords. And this is the Four of Swords in reverse. You get here the Justice card in reverse. The King of Swords. The Eight of Wands. Right. So, going back to you, right? This whole inactivity and being still, and not being too busy jumping from one exciting thing to another, actually like gives you the time to come up with this beautiful, bright, amazing idea that's gonna set the tone of the next chapter. And so the stillness really allowed you the quietness of the mind in order to come up with this beautiful, brilliant beginning, right? And with this, with the other energy, it's like the Knight of Cups or the Six of Swords in reverse. This is something lingering, like I said, and this is something like coming slowly towards you. You see, they're coming slowly towards you. And so this is really like an old project, maybe that was put on pause. This is an old connection that was like, where you grew apart for a while. This is a current connection that maybe was going through something. Excuse me. And so, yeah, I think this slow-mo time, right? It's as if time has just hit slow motion for you. And as much as you're not used to it, you're used to a faster pace. Thanks to that, all of this is brewing. And this is, yeah, like something from the past coming back, like making a comeback. And with the Tower in reverse, you got the Justice in reverse, and see like something here about like I said, like something that you thought was like deceitful or wrongful, turned out not to be, or turned out to be working in your favor. And yeah, because look too, like in the between the past and the future here, like the no shortcuts card that you got for the past, with it you get the King of Swords, which is the ultimate truth. And so now you get real like clarity about everything that you like went on in the past when it comes to this. And if you look at the future, eventually this whole like old energy that is revisiting and like making a comeback, like it's going to bring you a lot of like news and a lot of changes. And suddenly, if you notice in the future, after all this lull phase, like that slow phase, all of a sudden things are gonna start like going full on speed. You're shifting literally like 180 degrees, like you're going from being super like being stuck in time as if time froze to a pace that's like major. But that was intentional, that was needed in order to resolve all of this. And if we both also look at these two energies on what's going on the inside, I think like you feel something needs to make more sense when it comes to this, like a right, like a wrong that needs to be right, at least in your head. And so that's why like everything keeps on brewing until something either like changes or new information arises that negates that, or for you to be able to look at this from a different perspective and be like, oh, okay, now I understand, something like that. And that's the paradigm shift we're talking about, and that's the Ace of Swords, and that's the King of Swords too. And so, yeah, I think this whole reading is really just like as if someone just froze you in order for certain things to get closer to you, you know, as if to gain time. Because otherwise you would have been running in a different opposing direction and they would have never caught you. Does that make sense? So yeah, finally things are able to catch up with you, because sometimes like, and a lot of times too, like Sagittarius, you really are always like go, go, go. And so sometimes people can't really catch their breath. Like they cannot catch up with you. They cannot, you're like jumping from one thing to another, even when it comes to like style and projects and things, and you're all over the place and you do it so beautifully and elegantly too. And like people are just, or energies around you sometimes, like they're not up, like I'm not gonna say up to par, but they're not always like, you know, on that same frequency, and they're not able to, you know, catch up with you. Like so you always be like one step ahead or different direction or whatever. And so it's like the universe conspired to create all of this in order for certain things to feel, certain truth, certain ideas, certain information, certain also job opportunities, certain connections, certain things, in order for, like, this is divine timing, right? In order for them to catch up with you during that pause before you go again, right? And this is like meant to be. It's going to really feel like a good closure on a lot of things, and you're gonna come out from this also like with a lot of gratefulness for how everything unfolded, and for all that clarity within your mind and all that healing. And you're gonna be grateful for the past as well, and you're gonna feel like things are good. So yeah, thank you so much, Sagittarius, for watching till the end. Stay blessed, aligned, and connected. Thank you for liking this video. It shows me that you appreciate my content. Thank you for sharing this video by clicking the share button. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. If you didn't, please subscribe. At the end of the screen, there's like a subscribe button, or below this video. You support me that way. Also, thank you for all your comments, whether there are comments of appreciation or sharing a personal experience. I love reading them and replying to them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, Sagittarius.